Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Alex Press here at England Sports Center, and it's your weekly fishing report. Just a couple reminders. This Saturday, we're going to be doing our dad giveaway basket, Facebook giveaway between 1 and 2. So make sure you go on our Facebook and check it out. Hopefully it's you, for a good Father's Day present. So let's get to the good stuff here. What happened, what's been reported this past week or so. We're gonna start with your rockfish. Rockfish, pretty much trolling wise, a lot of brighter colors and darker colors are the thing to use right now, since we have a lot of runoff from the rain from this past week. 25 to 35 foot of water. A couple of the hot spots have been the triple buoys outside the rock hall, the channel there, the mouth of Eastern Bay, and the main channels just along the shipping channels essentially. So you want to zigzag those areas. Keep rods from anywhere from deep to shallow. Spoons definitely a mix in there. Some of the good colors that people have been using has been like this lime truce color here, which is a newer color for us. It's a holographic color. You get a double drop like this, you can make all kinds of stuff with it, so it's a good thing to use out there this time of the year, especially for your mid-sized fish out there. Now, chumming, let's go with chumming. Chumming's been productive. That's like the main thing everybody's been focusing in. That's the best way to go out there. Remember, you gotta use circle hooks. Can't forget about that. Essentially, we're looking at some of the hot spots here. You're looking at Central Loft Point being one of the most productive areas that produced this past week. Rock Hall is picking up also. Hickory Point. Everything's up north right now. For you guys down south, it's kind of slower. But if you're fishing down south, and I'm talking about Solomon's area, Chesapeake Beach, your best areas are going to be around Cove Point if you're in Solomon's. If you're a little bit closer to Point Lookout, Bowie 72, 72A are going to be the best areas for you guys. Chop Tank. It's still kind of slow. A lot of people from there are making their way up to the hill in the mouth of Eastern Bay. You still can find some of those fish around the little chop tank and in shallow with some topwater lures. So those, if you're down south and you don't want to make a run, try some shallow water areas. A lot of throwbacks. Even for the guys up north, there's a lot of smaller fish that you have to go through first. So you're looking at, a lot of pretty much 15 to like 18-inch fish and a couple keepers. Average fish right now, it's probably about 22 to 25 inches for the keeper size, and a lot of smaller fish. Now, jigging. Bay Bridge pilings are still holding a lot of fish. It seems to be that it changed more to the morning tide, outgoing tide, and the hot color this week actually changed. Even though I said for trolling it's been like your brighter colors and darker colors. Essentially for jigging, it kind of did almost the same, but a little bit opposite. They're going more towards the natural colors. You're looking at busting baits or BKDs, whatever you want to use on that color there. You're looking at pretty much the LY color, half ounce. So if you're fishing anything from 17 to 20 foot of water, if you're going deeper around the rock piles, you can use a 3/4 ounce, nothing super heavy. Some guys are trying 1 ounce jigs. Like for example, that's a half ounce there from Hardhead Customs with the dark head that produce a lot. Don't forget to use Spike It and all that kind of stuff for your plastics. Give it a little more scent, different color contrast. You'll catch some fish if you go to the Bay Ridge pilings. Also Loft Point, 7-foot knoll is producing some fish. That's just on the mouth of the Patapsco River around Gibson Island on the outside, on the bay side. And pretty much it seems like the pattern is pretty much fish are pushing or waiting for those bait fish to come out the rivers essentially. So that's going to be one of the things to look for out there. Topwater is also being productive right now. If you're fishing anywhere from let's say Eastern Bay around the shallow grass areas, if you're fishing inside Baltimore Harbor, that they're producing some good fish on topwater. Whopper ploppers, spooks, those are going to be your best bet for you guys fishing in shallow, and also for you guys fishing around the islands on down southern eastern shore. That's going to be your best bet for that. Now let's say I know everybody's asking about spot. They're not fully in up this way yet. Had some few reports of like a little baby spot from the Severn down in the chop tank, but they're not fully in yet. If you're trying to live line, you can also use some white perch. You know, smaller 4 to 5 inch white perch will work the best, and if you can find some of those spot, then you know that's even better. You guys fishing from the shoreline, Ken Narrow is still producing a lot of good fish, at least keeper size fish, evening tide, and early morning. During the day it's not that good since there's a lot of boat traffic. Chesapeake producing a lot of channel catfish for you guys fishing, you know. Chunks of bait, LY, soft crabs, best bait out there. Sandy Point is doing the same thing. So evening, morning bite for you guys fishing from the shore. Keep that in mind. White perch, you know, still really good around the shallows. Any kind of structure with little spinners. Hard bottom areas if you're bottom fishing around like hackets for your perch. Maybe even find some spot with bloodworms and razor clamps. Croakers, we're hearing about them down south, nothing up this way yet. So keep that in mind also. They're not fully up here yet. You'll find maybe a few, but not many. Down in southern Maryland, some speckled trout around the islands, maybe even some redfish. We heard of some bull reds around Hooper's Island. So, you know, get your gear ready for those guys. Are gonna be coming in through here pretty soon. Essentially Ocean City, not many, you know, reports from out there except people catching some sheep's head around the inlets. Sand fleas for those. Not much action besides just bluefish moving in and out through the evenings, and sharks and rays, and maybe even some black drums from the surf. And that's it for your fishing report, guys. Remember Father's Day, tune in on Saturday 1 to 2 to check out the giveaway. Make sure you come by, get your dad some fishing gear. Who doesn't love fishing? You know, so that's the best option instead of buying him something else. So send us your reports, pictures. We appreciate it, guys. Make sure you subscribe, hit that subscribe thing up there, give us some likes, and send us your pictures. And you guys have a good one.